Molly, just amazing. Yes, as I mentioned, she's a bit of a diva, so, you know, gotta watch her. She's trying to upstage. Oh, Molly. And hello, beautiful cyber family. How are you all, beautiful people? So good to be here with you again today. Absolutely amazing. And big shout out to everyone who's already here. Thank you so much, you guys, for joining me. So beautiful people. Oh my God. Right. Bit of excitement over here. Bit of excitement. I have to show you. It's kind of like just out of shot, right, in this particular frame. But check it out, you guys. Here we go. Oh, yes. Cyber family forever. That's what it's all about, you guys. Absolutely amazing. So very, very excited to kind of get my own bit of cyber family action over here. Totally awesome and very, very exciting. So bonjour Aldebaran. Excellent. And yes, very, very cool. So you guys, thank you so much to everyone who has already got theirs as well. We've been seeing some photos floating around on the Cyber Family Facebook group, which is just awesome to see. And yes, you guys are just going to give you a little kind of look at what goes on with these things. So you see, like the one that is, I can never point in the right direction. This one over here, that's kind of like what I've got on the front. Yay, Cyber Family. Amazing. And yeah, so that's kind of like a few of the sort of designs and things that we've done so far. So open to like requests and all that sort of stuff. It's like a Teespring thing. They are amazing. And yes, thank you so much everyone for supporting the Cyber Family. It's just awesome. So yes, there has been talk, by the way, you guys, of a Molly shirt. So I've got some ideas in mind. There could be like a little bit of a Molly thing going on there. So where is Molly? Molly's kind of like taking her time to get ready this morning. So she'll be here in a second. Aha! Look who's here, everyone. I told you that she's kind of taken over this purple bowl. So it's Molly. Molly's like hanging out with all of you guys that are in the purple bowl at the moment. Here we go. And not to be outdone, ever, I did tell you that she's a bit of a showgirl, right? Molly's dressed up for you guys a little bit today. Do you love it? Do you love it? Do you love the like sparkles? And she's got like a purple bow. Molly, outdone yourself today, my love. There we go. She will take her pride of place with the bling, with the sparkles, come out of her purple bowl dressing room just for us. So there we go. All right, beautiful people, we are going to have a little look. Before we kick off into Tip of the Week, we're going to have a little look, just in case you missed it, of Martin Libsen's Cybersex remix. It was my last Monday video. A lot of love went out for this one and very, very cool. Absolutely love the remix. Love how the video kind of came together for it as well. I had a lot of fun putting this one together. And yes, it was absolutely massive shout out to Martin Libsen, amazing producer in Poland. And of course to the dancers, Ice Cry, Sunny X and Victor, amazing people, amazing dancers there. So here we go, it's a little snippet of the Monday video. Here we go. beautiful people. A little bit of Martin Libsen and the Cyber remix over there. Absolutely love that one, as you know. So yay, definitely going off in the chat. People enjoying the vibes. Fantastic, you guys. Love it. All right, so you know what that means. What that means is tip of the week time. Beautiful people, we're going straight into it. That is it. Tip of the week this week is all about how to attract abundance into your life. So it's something that I thought, you know, we're wanting to get the year off to a great start. We have been looking at last week about, you know, starting your day off right. So tell me, how many of you in the last couple of weeks have actually been trying to sort of not engage with your social media and your phones in the first half hour to an hour of the morning? Put a hashtag trying. If any of you have actually been doing that in the chat, let me know. I'd love to know. And all power to you if you have been. I've been absolutely persevering with this one, and I do find that it really makes a big difference. Just that little bit of time to yourself in the morning and, you know, putting yourself first, engaging with what you want for the day. Absolutely amazing. So put a hashtag trying to, or trying, if you are actually, giving that one a go. So this week, beautiful people, we're going to look at how to attract abundance into your life, right? So it's something obviously we all want, you know, we want to create more of and attract more of into our lives. And really it comes down to like your focus. So it's all about focusing on wealth instead of lack, right? And shout out to Mr. X for kind of inspiring the tip of the week this week, you guys, because it was just a passing conversation, a great thought, and I went, yes, that's it. That's what we all need to kind of focus on. So really what it means is about affirming the intentions that you have and what you believe will be amplified. Like what you focus on expands. Okay, now this is something that I actually created a little graphic for. I'm going to show you guys a graphic a while ago. Here we go. This is something that I posted like ages ago, but this is what it's all about, right? What you focus on expands. And I thought this was kind of a cool way to illustrate it by emphasizing, you know, it's like what you focus on expands, or what you focus on expands, or what you focus on expands, and what you focus on expands, right? So I'll put this graphic up in like the CyberBFamily Facebook group if you want to take a copy of it, because it's just really powerful to remember and to understand that, you know, what you focus on truly does expand. Like what you focus on, you attract more of. What you focus on, you create more of, because remembering that you're actually creating your own reality through your perceptions and through all of the things that you do. What you put your energy into is what you create more of. So if you're focused on lack, or you're focused on the negative, or you're focused on, you know, things that you perceive are missing, they aren't really missing, you're just not seeing the form that they're in. But if you focus on that sort of stuff, well, that's going to create more and more of that in your life. Not necessarily that you don't have the abundance there, it's simply that you're so not focused on it, you can't see it, and therefore you're not being creative about it. Cool. All right, I'm going to leave that graphic there a little bit longer, because what I'm going to do today is actually go a bit deeper into this on the Patreon stream. So if you guys are part of that, then I want to share. I'm going to share a couple of examples with you there that actually are pretty cool. But life will point out to you the synchronicities, right, of what is going on in your life and where you are creating and where you're in alignment with what you're creating. So the fundamental thing here is seeing, as Mr. X has put it, where do you have abundance in your life? Where is it already? Because it's already there, you see. So it's not about focusing on what you don't have. It's actually about switching the focus to what you do have and where your abundance is. And there's a Demartini quote that I'm going to share, which is, when you realize that you have everything, the universe gives it to you. When you actually realize that you have everything you need, then the universe gives it to you. Because you're not focused on lack, you're focused on that you have everything, you will achieve, you will attract more of that. Okay. So synchronicity is a really, really big part of this for me. It's like the simultaneous occurrence of events which appear significantly related but have no discernible causal connection. All right, so in English, for me, synchronicity is where events seem to be connected in an unexplainable way. But for me, that is where you are in alignment and you are kind of getting the feedback that you're in alignment with what you're creating and what you're trying to, you know, basically create more of. Okay, so you know, it's synchronicity is something like when you pick up the phone to someone and they're already like ringing you. You know, you ring up, you're about to ring them, and then the phone rings and it's them, and you're like, whoa, okay, how did that just happen? You know, or you meet someone that's exactly the right person that you need to meet at that moment in time for whatever it is that's going on in your life. You know, it is absolutely perfect timing, right place, right time, all of that. That to me is showing you that you're in alignment with what you want to be creating. Okay, so I'm going to share like just a little story with you guys and move off this graphic just now. But a little story just this particular week, right? Just in this week gone, it was a very, very cool little thing just about synchronicity. To remind you that, yes, you absolutely are creating all of the time. Okay. So one morning at work, I was like cleaning out my drawer, and I'm actually about to move offices at my work. So it's kind of like there's a whole bunch of things to throw out. As you can imagine, you know, it's like a year's worth of stuff and things that have been there longer than me. Kind of like big time to clear out and get rid of a lot of things there. And, you know, so there's a lot to sort out, and I was getting through some of the stuff and feeling really inspired and actually refreshed about it. You know, it's like a really great move. I feel like this is moving forward. I feel like also, I think a lot of things I feel like are really moving forward in an inspiring way at the moment in my life. Like I'm feeling really inspired about 2019 and where things are going. And as a sort of reflection of that, just as I was clearing out this desk and, you know, like my work life, that kind of thing, I found a pen, right? And it was a particular pen that just, it was this particular color that really kind of resonated with me on the day. And it's funny because working where I work, we have a lot of different companies and events and conferences and things come through. So you end up with pens from everywhere, right? It's just like you end up with things from everywhere. You got no idea how they got there, and they just kind of accumulate. So who knows where this came from or when or anything about it. It just happened to be there. It could have been there for years. Could have been literally there for years. And I'd never seen it before, but I really like the color of it. And for some reason, I found it like really refreshing to look at. Now I've got it here. I'm going to show you. See, it's just like this it's a really not even fancy, right? Not even fancy, it's actually quite a cheap pen. It's not fancy at all, but the color of it just really kind of resonated with me on the day. And then I wrote with it, and I was like, hey, this you know, this actually writes really nicely. So I was like, yep, cool, I'm going to hang on to that. Very cool. And kept going with it. So I just kind of carried on into my day. And later on, I was actually somewhere completely different in the building, and I'd put this pen down, and I wasn't really looking at it. You know, I hadn't really been paying that much attention to it. And then something in my intuition said, actually have a look at the pen. Like, look at what's written on it. And I'm thinking, well, usually there's like a company name or a brand name. I was like, okay, well, I'll have a look at the pen. I haven't really looked at it that closely. And when I looked at the pen, and I don't know if you can see it. You might be able to see it. All you have is now, right? All you have is now is what it says on the pen. It doesn't even have a brand name. It doesn't even have a company. There is no marketing attached to that pen at all. It is just all you have is now. And it really stopped me in my tracks. And I was like, wow, it's something that I might intellectually know. And, you know, I've written songs like Be Here Now. And, you know about this kind of like the importance of now. But to actually get that just pop up on this particular day and have my intuition say, look at the pen. Very, very cool. You know, it's like really, really interesting. All you have is now. And it made me stop and think, Well, that's so true, because everything that you're creating is right now. Right now in this moment, this is all we actually have, in a sense, control over. It's all we really have to create with. And being in the moment, being really, really present, really connected with the now, gives you that ability to really choose what you're going to focus on. You know, and absolutely empowering to think of, you know, your life in this way. But it really made me stop, and I was like immediately grateful for my intuition to kind of show me that, because it could have been, and it's really faintly written. It doesn't really stand out at all. That's why I didn't see it, you know, even up until that point, you know. But such simple words can bring you so clearly, presently into the present moment. And I just absolutely love that there was no marketing, no company name, no brand name attached to that. It's simply those 5 words. All you have is now. I went, wow, that's pretty cool. That could be in a song. It just might be. Yes, Mr. X, I think, yeah, you may see this appear in a song, you guys. You never know. But that is very, very powerful. And it really made me connect with that. Like, everything we create in our future is based on right now. It's based on everything we are is right here and now. So, coming back to the graphic, what are you going to choose to focus on? Right? What you focus on right now is all you have to create your future. Yeah? So that's really empowering, I think, to think of it like, okay, well, what do you choose to focus on right now that is actually going to shape and create your future? So my suggestion, Mr. X's suggestion as well, is like, focus on abundance. Focus on wealth. See where you already have it in your life to attract more of it into your life. And as I said, you know, the moment you realize you already have everything you're looking for, the universe gives it to you. You know, when you realize you're not missing anything, when you're not lacking anything, then the universe responds accordingly. It brings you more of what you're grateful for, because that's where it sees that you appreciate that energy. You appreciate it. So it's going to give you more of what you actually appreciate and value. And that is really the key, where it's not about, you know, oh, I need to focus on making money to attract more money. No, you need to focus on what you're grateful for in your life about, and where your wealth actually is, because it may be in your family, it may be in your music, it may be in your career, it may be in, you know, your loved ones and relationships, it may be in your studies and your intellect and in your, you know, spirituality. It could be anywhere for you, in any particular area of your life that you feel most abundant. That is where your abundance is. So you can totally help that to change form, but you've got to be grateful and see it for where it is first, in order to actually attract more, and then start, you know, shaping your life in order to have that be what manifests perhaps wealth in a different form as well. But you've got to be following your inspiration and where your abundance actually is. So that is really, really, you know, the fundamentals of it. And there's a very, you know, this is really the law of attraction. Like, what you focus on is what you attract. But, and there's a very big but in here, you guys. This does not mean thinking positive. Okay, like, people think, oh, I got to think positive and then I will actually attract more positive things in my life. Well, we're all balanced, right? And we're always going to stay balanced. So if you shoot for really, really positive, you're going to have to experience really, really negative to get yourself back in balance. It's just not, it's just not actually helping you. So negativity is not something to be feared or run away from. It's literally just showing you where you're not in balance. Exactly. Focus not on problems, focus on solutions. That is it. Get creative in your thinking. You know, seeing things that come up as challenges as being on the way, not in the way. You know, that's a really, really big thing, because every challenge is even giving you an opportunity to kind of move forward and create more abundance in your life. 100%. You don't attract challenges that aren't actually forcing you to grow. And that's why they happen. That's why they happen. You know, we all have to grow. We can't stay still. Life, like, change is the only constant, universal law. So, you know, the very, very important thing about this is to realize that negativity is not to be run away from. If you're having a negative day, just go, oh, well, what's the good in this? You know, how is this actually helping me? How is this making me grow? How is this challenging me and pushing my buttons so that I can actually, you know, grow, expand, move out of that space? You know, there's always a reason that something's happening, and it's always going to be a reason that is actually helping you move forward. So, fantastic stuff. You know, it's also everything you attract is going to be gearing you up to attract more wealth in your life, and your wealth relative to what is most important to you also. So it's a mindset shift, really. Like the idea of how to attract more abundance into your life is to see where it already is, be grateful for it, and to really kind of gear yourself to take on challenges as being something that is actually helping you move in that direction as well. And to me, the biggest way of actually seeing and knowing that you're on track with what you really want to be creating is see the synchronicities. The synchronicities will pop up to kind of tell you, like a little pen, to remind you to stay on track and what it is that you need to see to kind of keep on track and keep creating. That is it. Oh, hope you like that. Complaining without offering a solution is called whining. Nice, exactly. Focus on the solutions, my friends. That is what it's all about. And, you know, treat everything that happens in your life as something that is helping you on the way, helping you to move forward, because it always is. Whether you want to see it that way or not, it always is, right? Sometimes it takes a lot of hindsight to kind of look back and go, oh, that was actually a good thing that happened, even though I complained madly about it at the time. Yes, very good. So to sum up, you guys, 5 things that will really help to bring more wealth and abundance into your life. Number 1, see that you already have so much to be grateful for. Number 1. Thank you, cruisers. Bless. Awesome. So think of where your wealth already is. Family, friends, work, home life, loved ones, wherever it is. Okay, see that you already have so much to be grateful for. Okay. Number 2. See that you are truly wealthy in the areas of your life that are most important to you. As those areas I just listed, you know, everyone has the same amount of wealth, right? I'm going to say that again, just to digest that, because this was a big mind shift for me when I first heard it. Everyone has the same amount of wealth. Your wealth just manifests in the form of what's most important to you. So for those people that are running big businesses, it's because that's most important to them. But the people that have the most amazing, loving, beautiful, amazing families, that's what's most important to them. Okay? So, number 2, see what you are truly, that you are truly wealthy in the areas of life that are most important to you. Okay. Number 3, focus on what you want to create. Affirm what you love about your life. You know, thank you, universe, for my amazing family, my amazing loved ones, my career, my crazy amount of perseverance to get stuff done. You know, whatever it is, it's all about being, doing, and having, and affirming that, you know, I am this, and I have this, and I do this. Affirm in the present tense. Like any affirmations, always keep in the present tense. Very, very good. All right. So number 4, accept the challenges as they come along, as I mentioned last week, with ease and grace. Accept the challenges with ease and grace, because any challenges that come up are helping you to move forward, right? See the good in the bad and the bad in the good to keep yourself in balance. And don't try to avoid negativity. Remember, it is just actually feedback to show you where you're out of balance so that you can bring it back to balance. So if you're being negative about something, then flip it in your mind, go and ask that question, like, okay, so how is this good? How is this helping me? You know, what is it doing for me that's actually helping? All right. Excellent. And number 5, beautiful people, focus on abundance where you have it. See where you're abundant. Focus on what you would love to create more of in your life, because, of course, what you focus on expands. That's right. So do your thing, you know, that is uniquely you, and keep your eyes on the prize, because what you focus on expands. What you want to create in your life totally amazing. And that's it, bringing more abundance into your life, attracting it more abundance into your life by being focused on it. Beautiful people. Awesome. There we go. So that is the tip of the week, you guys, all about abundance, attracting more of it. Love it. Beautiful people, we're going to wrap up the tip of the week with a little look at a song that is kind of like a perfect reminder of this particular amazing pen and Synchronicity. And that is it. It's all about that little pen and all you have is now. So we're going to have a little listen, beautiful people, to Be Here Now, a little music break here, and reminding you that you're an infinitely abundant creative being. We all are. And in this moment is where we create from. Absolutely. So this is Be Here Now from myself, my co-writer, Mr. X. This is with love to all of you, beautiful people, Cyber Family. Much love, and here we go.
Brioni, faith, be here now. In this moment
Alright, beautiful people, a bit of bee here now in the momentness. Molly got up, had a dance and kind of moving spots around. Good on you, Molly. Adding some sparkle over here. Love it. Yay! I do love that bow on her. If you missed it, beautiful people, if you missed it, Molly, just amazing. So good, so good, so good. Yay. Yes, as I mentioned, she's a bit of a diva, so, you know, gotta watch her. She's trying to upstage. Oh, Molly. All right, beautiful people. We are going to move into Q&A time over here. A question from Facundo this week, which was, if we could relive or redo a decade, which would you pick and why? Now, I find that kind of like a bit of a difficult question because I so love my life right now. You know, like I wouldn't want to go backwards or anything like that. However, you know, to indulge and to answer the question, that kind of thing. Like, I do have a very soft spot for the 90s, right? Just like, I love the music that was around that. I mean, obviously, like I get a lot of inspiration from 90s music. So, you know, there's often throwbacks and what I create and that kind of thing. 80s, there's a lot of cool stuff in there too, but I'm a bit more fond of the 90s. I don't know, you know, kind of in there. The thing that appeals to me about that, and like not going back super crazy amounts of time, like there's also like a bit of an innocence, right, in that period of time where, you know, people weren't being probably as watched as they are now. You know, when you think of like the internet and everything that we have going on these days, it's a bit of a different world completely, you know. All empowering for artists and independent artists, or independent music labels. You know, it's actually like very, very, we're more empowered these days than we would have been in the 80s, right? Because it was all major labels and you couldn't get in anywhere. You couldn't get your stuff out there except through the major labels. So there's a lot to love about this day and age. So I sort of struggle with it a little bit to go, if we could redo it. So the 90s, I guess, is kind of like, it's more musically that I think things weren't as overproduced as like the sort of top 40 kind of stuff that you hear now, you know, or like the music still had substance and there was like actual emotion in it. You know, I think when things get over auto-tune and over processed and all that kind of thing, it actually takes all the feeling out of it, or the substance and what people are writing about. You know, I think dance music really started to make more of an inroad in the 90s, and how cool would it have been to be part of that? As for the fashion of the 80s and the 90s, you guys, I'm not sure about that. We don't necessarily need some of that back. But goth fashion, cyberpunk fashion, I think it remains like the constant in amongst it all. So we can do that and we can kind of stay where we are in that sense. All right, and question from LJ. LJ, love this question. In the first minute or so of Oblivion, your character is like on a sort of throne and you look to your left, which reveals like the Eye of Ra or the Eye of Horus sort of design on the right eye. And LJ says he looked up both and the storyline of the video more closely aligns to the Horus myth in terms of using sort of like mind control, sex appeal via dancing, that kind of thing, to destroy the enemies. Is that design meant to be Ra or Horus, and why? All right, so you guys, in anticipation of this question, I have prepared what LJ is actually talking about. So it's like something like that. Anyway, it was that side, right? So the kind of makeup kind of thing you can see going on there was actually based on Ra. And the reason for that was that my character in the video, the power was fire. So I felt like I was a descendant, if you like, of Ra. And fire was my sort of power. And it's kind of like the battle, this whole sort of Mortal Kombat theme. It was like a battle of fire and ice, where Ice Cry, his power was ice, right? And a bit of a throw to Sub-Zero, Mortal Kombat kind of style. But also, Ice Cry means ice scream. Cool. So it kind of worked, and it was like, yeah, the actual superpower needed to be ice, of course. And so mine was fire. So there you go. That was kind of the battle and the reflection there. So the actual connection, like, I actually don't know anything about the story of Horus. Totally admit that. Like, I don't know anything about that at all. But I love, right, how the synchronicities line up and these sorts of things, what I'm talking about, you know, when you have a kind of vision. And for some reason, in my intuition, I had no idea that it needed to be Egyptian. It was just like, hey, I might do a Ra thing. And I was like, oh, well, that kind of connects to fire, I suppose, sun, fire. And then, you know, as LJ's telling me, like, it connects even more to that story, and the meaning of that really, really connects with the theme of the video. So thank you, LJ, for looking that up, because that is very, very cool. And definitely, so Ra inspired, but the actual connection to that story is completely synchronous. Just synchronicity at its absolute best. I love that. I love it because, you know, talking about mind control and that particular theme through the video. Absolutely, like, my character was like luring in with, you know, dance and that sort of thing. And then I had defeated his will to battle, so that when it appeared at the end that I went down, like I would look like I was being defeated, I had actually won because I had defeated his will to battle. He sort of stopped, right? And walked away, and it was like he'd become, you know, overcome and didn't want to do that. So as a result, I actually in that state was able to take on his power as well. So it was kind of like the reverse kind of victory at the end. Love it. So that's really what's going on in that story as far as my mind went, but it definitely did have that kind of element of mind control, LJ, which I love it. Yeah, the coincidental things, synchronistic things, absolutely all in perfection. All right, beautiful people, we are going to wrap up the Q&A. After LJ's awesome question, it seems totally appropriate to wrap it up with a look at Oblivion. Of course, this is the full industrial mix, I should say, by myself and Mr. X. Definitely this relates to the story of Horus through complete synchronicity. Absolutely love that. This is the Battle of Fire and Ice, a bit of Mortal Kombat meets industrial dance. You guys, this is Oblivion from me and Mr. X, so enjoy. Here we go. Alright, beautiful people, a bit of Oblivion going on over here. So yes, as you could see, like there at the end, it was like taking on both powers. That's what it was all about. Beautiful people, love it. Big shout outs to you, beautiful people. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Always a pleasure to hang out with you guys. You know, absolutely love it. Big love to all of you. Thank you so much for sharing the time and space with me and being here in this moment. All we have is now and sharing it together. Love it. Fantastic, you guys. Much, much love. And we're going to go out today with a bit of music because that was a request last week and I thought it was kind of cool. See what you feel. End on a high. Let's do it. We're actually going to go out with some music. It's going to be the Cyber full clip, but it is the live performance. Alright, this is a special video created just to show you guys a bit more of the actual like backings that go on live and the visual backings, as well as the actual live performance as well. So we're going to go out with that today, you guys. Mwah. Big love to all of you. Absolutely have an amazing week. Group hugs, everybody. CyberFamily, bring it in, bring it in, bring it in. We are going out with some cyberness today. Big love to all of you. Have an amazing week. Look forward to catching up with you at the next perfect time. And so bye for now. Mwah. And a bientôt.
Oh, yeah.